Hi folks, Digger guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're with me again, and we're going to pick up in the Bantay Camay series. This time we're going to cover fundamentals and basics of Bantay Camay. Now, as you remember from our last video, we went over the first form and the salute, and just a reminder, I'm going to do that first and then we'll get into the basics. So we stand with feet together, step back, hand out, fist to palm, bring to chest, look to the sky. Triangle hands, bring hand down by your side. Now we'll do the first form. Pretty much the same thing, except the only difference, excuse me, a little balance issue. Try it again. Go back. Out in front. Hand to our side. Alright, now that we've covered that, now we're going to get into the basics. And before I do that, I need to explain something about my system. Now, Bantay Camay follows the KISS method. We try to keep it simple, stupid. And so, the first techniques are based on natural abilities that we already have to use as self-defense, which is eye gouging, biting, hair pulling, spitting. Those are the things we're going to cover. Now, I can't demonstrate biting even if I had a partner, and I can't demonstrate spitting because those two things should be used as a last resort. And I mean in relation to bloodborne pathogens. These days, you may not always know you may not know if your opponent is infected with HIV, herpes, gonorrhea, syphilis, a numerous wealth of diseases. And so when it comes to biting and spitting, we have to be really careful, especially with biting, because if you bite someone with hepatitis C, HIV, herpes, you can get it. So when I do have a partner and I demonstrate those, I'm going to do it in a way where it's safe and neither me or my opponent gets hurt. So those I'll save for another time, but we're going to cover some other defenses we have. One, eye gouging. Two, ear slide. Now, eye gouging, we have two methods. One is without glasses. Two is with glasses. So we're going to stand with feet shoulder width apart. Now, hands are by our side, shoulders relaxed. Our chest is centered toward our opponent. Now, when we perform the first eye gouge, we're going to come over and then in. And we're going to be striking with the fingertips. We're going to gouge right into their eye with our fingertips. Okay, so our basic movement is going to be up, in. Okay, our right hand here. So our hand movement is going to be like this. In. Okay, now our footwork, all we're going to do is turn our hips. So that way our feet are pointing in the direction we're going to run. So if our hips are pointing in the same direction as our feet, that puts us in a direction to run. These techniques are designed to get out of there remember I said in one of my videos that I'm a peaceful man and I really don't like hurting people? That is the basis of these techniques, is to hurt the guy enough to get away. So we're going to blind him. So again, feet feet shoulder width apart, shoulders relaxed, hands down by our side. We come up, and as we come up, we're going to turn our hips. Okay? Hands up, jab. Okay, again, one more time. And you don't just throw these techniques, you should feel it. And you'll know because you'll get like a little tingle in your fingertips, and then you throw. Again. And then see, now we can get out of there. Now, the style I took this from, they actually, whenever you turn, your right foot should be on its tiptoe. Now, me being disabled, I can't perform that action. So, I'm trying to at least put my hips in the direction I want to run. That way you can at least get out there. Okay? Alright, now the second eye gouge. This one is in case your opponent is wearing glasses. And it's pretty much the same thing, except instead of coming over like this, you're going to come up with your hand horizontal. Okay? And then you're going to make like a claw. You're going to scratch the glasses off his face. Then you come back in with the hand jab. Or finger jab. That's what they normally call it, is the finger jab. So, here we go. Hand down by our side, feet shoulder width apart, chest square to our opponent. Hands come up as we turn. See, here comes the claw. Boom, I took them off. Come back in. Bam. Finger jab. Alright, here we go again. Come up. And here comes the claw. Then the finger jab. So it's going to go just like that. I did it fast, now I'll do it slow. Come up. Claw. Finger jab. Alright, now those are the two eye gouges. And next we're going to do ear slaps. We have two kinds, single and a double. Single is going to come up just like you would the eye gouge, except you're going to come straight up by the ear. You're going to slap the ear, but you're still going to turn. Because you want to put yourself in a position to run. Same footwork. So here we go again. Feet shoulder width apart, hand down by your side. Boom. You're going to slap that ear. You're going to come straight up. It's almost like you're going to chop your own shoulder. Boom. All right. Second one is a double ear slap. This time you don't turn your hips. They stay stationary. All you're going to do is just drop your knees a little bit. Almost like you're trying to sit down in a chair. Okay? And your hands are going to come straight up, both hands. It's a double ear slap. You're going, again. It's almost like you're pretending to be Buddha. Buddha! And then you stop right at the head. Again, hips and hands start at the same time. And the reason why that is you want simultaneous movement. You want body, mind to come as one because you don't telegraph as much whenever everything is in sync. It's harder to read you if you throw everything together. See, unlike, for example, in karate, they have the horse stance and the forward punching, like this. See how I'm having to chamber the hand? There's a problem with that. This chamber is a telegraph. When I have my hand here, you're going to know what's coming. Okay? We want to do away with that telegraph. So by going from hip to the opponent's body, we cut out that chamber. We're going from A to C instead of A, B, C. Bruce Lee had a theory in Jeet Kune Do that was be direct. And that's the concept I'm using here, is you want to be direct. You want to, just like a straight jab in boxing, they don't have this chamber. So they're able to throw a jab straight from their guard position because there's no chamber. Okay? So it's that same concept. And that's what we're going to use to throw these techniques. Well, I hope you enjoyed doing these, and I'll cover them all four real quick as a review, and then we'll close out this video. So here we go. First, the first eye gouge. Now, second eye gouge. First ear slap. Then the double ear slap. Now, when you practice these, always end on a good one. You want your body to remember the proper mechanics of the technique. If you stop on a bad one, that's what your body is going to remember. It's called muscle memory. And the only way you can learn to do this properly is to train your body to remember proper technique. 2, when you're doing the eye gouges, don't hit a guy when you're practicing these. Don't throw it like you're trying to kill somebody. All you're wanting to do is catch. You remember from Karate Kid, the master trying to catch the fly? Okay, that's basically what you wanted. You just want to throw it like you're touching your opponent, and then you want to get your hand off. So you're trying to catch that fly. Okay? That's what you want to use. And I'll tell you a good way to practice this is at home. You can take a string and dangle a piece of paper from that string. And then practice throwing those eye gouges on that paper. And all you want to do is tap. Just barely touch that paper. Because you want to throw it and then retract your hand. Because in a real fight, you're not going to do like karate guys and throw it and hold it out there. That's not what a real fight would be like. You don't want to get your hand grabbed. So you want to throw it, get it off. Throw it, get it off. Just like in boxing, when they throw that jab, they throw it, pull it. Throw it, pull it. So it's the same idea. Okay? All right, folks. I had a good time showing you this. I hope you have a good time practicing them. Thank you for joining me. If you like this, give me a like. If you dislike it, give me a dislike. Please comment. And please come subscribe with me. Like I always say, the more the merrier. And we can all learn from each other. So that's why I want you here, because if there's something I don't know, maybe you get to teach me something new. Well, anyways, folks, y'all have a good one. As always, say, do good and deuces. Bye-bye.